Welcome to the White Towel video, I suppose, Ed. It's the video component of our podcasts and our stories and everything else we do. Joined with Ed Willis.
Because we have an unlimited budget on these things, we can do the video part.
Look
then
at
we
our
can
studio.
We're multimedia.
We are. This is what it's called, multimedia convergence.
Do they still have the Kings of All Media? Does that title still exist? Or
Howard
did it
Stern, I
retire
think,
with
still
Howard
holds
Stern?
on. We haven't wrested it away from them yet.
Okay, just a matter of time, though. I have a plan.
Waiting
I
for a
have
serious
plan.
deal. Absolutely,
Okay.
$90 million a year. I'm negotiating. So Ed, let's talk about this team at the All-Star break. Obviously, we've already sort of passed the natural halfway point. I keep looking at this team, and you see the streaks back and forth, but they're starting to show a little more consistency. And I know you wrote about the game against the Coyotes, and people wouldn't have expected this to be a big game, but they answered the bell, didn't they?
No, 100% they did. And against a team that gave them all kinds of trouble last year. It's funny, when you look at the standings, there was 5 points difference between Phoenix and the Canucks last year. I'm sorry, Arizona and the Canucks last year. And it all came from that head-to-head series where the Coyotes win 2 in regulation and 2 in overtime. So that being said, I think the other thing is the kind of style they play is a real test for the Canucks. It's disciplined, it's structured, it's relentless. You have to work for every square inch of ice. It's, the chances, you have to make the most of them. And that was kind of the template last night. Plus, they had the better goalie. And isn't it funny the way it always comes back to that?
Absolutely. And one thing that strikes me, though, is, as we've been doing this historical series through the year and you look back at years past, if the Canucks had a 7-game win streak in the Smythe division in the 80s, they pretty much clinched a playoff spot right there from that. But I look at this team now, and of course they won the 7, couple bad games in Florida, but other than that, generally they've been pretty good since November, but they're by no means safe, are they?
No, that's just it. So, that will out, but I think in the bigger picture, I think they've delivered on pretty well. Their goals at the start of the season to be relevant, to show improvement, to take another step. And I don't think anybody would argue that's not the case. I still wonder if they're not 1 or 1.5 players shy of competing, because, it's going to come down. I still say it's going to come down to them, Arizona, and whoever. If they finish ahead of Arizona, they're in the playoffs. How they stack up against Edmonton, how they stack up against Calgary, how they stack up against the other team in the West. That will really tell the story here.
Great stuff, Ed. So you can read Ed's stuff all week, all year round. Providence.com, VancouverSun.com. Also, White Towel Podcast. Subscribe through Apple iTunes. Keep watching the videos too, please. Thanks for watching.